What's up, guys? This is Bobby with East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Greenville, North Carolina. Wanted to share with you today the new interior option that's available on the limited 1500s. It's the Ebony red, and it's pretty classy looking interior if you ask me, but we'll take a look at it here in a second. We're getting closer to starting to receive our first 26 model Rams, and this is a new option that'll be available. And you've already maybe seen some in the wild, but this is a new interior color for me. First time I've seen it in person, and even the camera might not necessarily give you the best representation of what this color looks like. But I think it actually looks pretty good with the black accents and a good sort of middle ground between the black that you get in the limited and the brown that you get in the Longhorn. And this is of course a limited, which comes with a lot of great features. You see the power running boards, those come out automatically. This has the air suspension, which is a feature that for a long time has been exclusive to the Rams. But it does help with ride quality, load leveling, and one thing that I thought is a really useful feature of it is you can lower down your vehicle for easy entry and exit, but also to be able to get up underneath your hitch ball when you're hooking up a trailer. So on the key fob here, you've got a button you can actually double tap and it'll lower down for easy entry exit mode, which if you've got grandparents or parents that are getting older and need for it to be a little bit easier getting in and out of your truck, this makes it drop down a couple extra inches compared to normal ride height, and you can sit it right down on the ground, make it easier for them to get in. And when you are backing up to a trailer, you can get up underneath the receiver with your hitch right here, drive up underneath. Once you get up underneath that, which you can very easily see with that backup camera, it's a clear view camera, this one with the 360 cam, but you'd be able to back up right to it, lift it up, and basically hook up your hitch ball, and the only thing you need to do is get out and hook up your wiring and your chains, and you're ready to roll. But this is great for comfort, and I know there's the potential clientele that will be waiting for the Hemi to come out, but this actually puts out quite a bit more horsepower and torque than the Hemi. This one has the high output Hurricane engine, which means that you get 540 horsepower, 521 pounds per foot of torque, and really quick 0 to 60, and it's close to 5 seconds, which is crazy for a truck. But it does have smooth delivery as far as power distribution with the 8-speed transmission, and just a really comfortable truck to ride and drive in. Now this one, with the limited package, you do get an upgraded leather. You do have the ability to turn on your massage seats with your little button right here, which is super nice. You can shift it to do the back, the bottom, or both as far as intensity and what mode you change it. And you have little rollers that are built in here that just keep blood flow good, and just a really comfortable ride over time. If you're going on long trips, that can be helpful. And also something that's really nice in this one is you do have your active drive assist. So this one you can get on to certain highways, and even on highways that are not necessarily all just straight path, but you can set it and active driving assist ready. This little light actually doesn't normally flash, that's just my camera picking it up, but that's what tracks your eyes, is this little black sort of additional hump on the steering wheel. But you can get inside, take it on the highway, turn on your active drive assist. As long as this little hump here can read your eyes, can track and make sure that you're paying attention to the road, and it's hands-free driving. So it'll take you along slight curves, and if you're on a winding back road, it's not going to take you all the way through those roads without some driver intervention. But for long hauls, really nice to be able to set the cruise, set your truck into active drive assist, and enjoy a lot less stressful drive as you go along on a long trip. This one you can see you've got your full digital information display, which you can see your analog, or you can switch to a full digital display. Lots of customization as far as being able to change what's in the corners of the screen and what's being displayed. You can even pull up an information pane with all these different details on the fly to be able to check stats on your truck and what mode you might be in. As you scroll down, the way I got there was this little button here. But as you scroll, you can see this one has the heads-up display, which may be hard to see with the camera, but in the glass it'll display your mile per hour, road signs and that sort of thing. So really great to be able to just pull this up on the fly and show all your stuff in one instance. Now, something that is a little different with these new trucks, when you have the either high output or standard output, is you can go into these different drive modes. So you can go into snow, tow mode, which will change your shift points to be more oriented to stay into gear longer. If you're going up and down mountains, you can shift into sport, which puts a bias to the rear wheels and gives you a little bit more aggressive shift points. And sorry, I'm not in four-wheel drive high, so it's not letting me go into the off-road modes, but it'll raise your ride height automatically and put you into 4 low so that you can go into off-road situation prepared to deal with different articulation and situations that you may end up coming into a big dip in the road, or the air suspension is nice for comfort, but it does raise up too for that ride height to be able to give you some extra ground clearance for off-road situations. So as you drive too, you get above a certain mile per hour, you get up to 37 miles per hour, and it's going to drop down to normal mode from off-road 1. And when you get up to about 27 miles an hour, 17 miles an hour, it'll drop from off-road 2, which is way up in the air, 2 inches higher than normal ride height, and it'll automatically lower to give you better efficiency and fuel economy. You can see this one's got the 14-inch display, huge display for your infotainment system. You've got soft buttons here for your trailer brake controller, parking sensors, and you saw the air suspension controls. When you pair up your Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and a nice amount of real estate to be able to view that. And one thing that is kind of particular is that Android Auto gives you more of a half screen here. The iPhone ecosystem gives you a full screen with the Apple CarPlay. But ultimately, really nice and easy to use infotainment system. I've gone over little tips and stuff in the screens and other videos, but I could spend an hour talking about all the different things that this screen can do. So I won't go into too much depth there, but basically just to show you the camera options. This one, you can have a favorite camera that you might choose if you're using it frequently. When you put it in reverse, it's going to automatically go into surround cam mode, which is great to be able to see around you in the park. But you can switch to rear view cam to be able to have a nice clear view to look right at your hitch ball if you use that little plus button to zoom down. And even at night, and when you're dealing with shadows, this camera is still very capable of being able to see where you're headed. So the technology on cameras is crazy. I mean, it's like you're looking at an HD TV now with the way that they're coming in. Same thing with your display here. You can switch that on and off with your dimmer switch. being able to see in the mirror when you have a full load, or say you've got a bunch of stuff in the bed of the truck, and you can easily see above, just as long as it doesn't cover the cargo cam where your chisel is in the back. That's kind of up in that upper area where your brake light is. And of course, in a Limited, you can expect lots of technology, but this one's got your dual wireless charge pads, so driver and passenger can have their own phone hooked up for wireless charging. And you do have your HDMI port here, which feeds into your secondary display. Very nice to be able to have a passenger at nighttime watch what they want to watch, and the driver not be distracted by a bunch of bright lights in this other side here. That's one of those things that drives me a little crazy on long drives, is if the passenger is sitting there watching their screen and they've got explosions going on and I'm watching it in the corner of my eye, and it's just distracting. Nothing much has changed back here in the last few years as far as the space and the nice things like your ram bins. If you don't know, the crew cabs are going to come with these little bins built into the storage part of the underbody of the truck, and nice to have that just tucked away. And you do have a lot of space all the way across. If you have stuff stowed in the back instead of people, you have flat storage here. You get inverters, heated and cooled seats in the rear, so everybody's comfortable. You do have the ram boxes on this model, which I've talked about at the time before, but this is one of those features that once you have a ram box, it's hard not to keep a ram box. It just makes life so convenient. You don't have to pack all your stuff inside your truck. You can pack it in the cargo area and lock it up with the press of a button on the key fob. Locks the tailgate, the doors, and those ram boxes. You can see this one's got the bed utility group, so spray and bed liner comes with the tonneau cover that's fitted for those ram boxes. And this one has the multi-function tailgate, or the split tailgate, which, I didn't close that all the way, but this will give you the capability to easily open and close. And I don't think I put enough oomph on it. That tonneau cover can sometimes get in the way. But this is your split tailgate, which makes it a whole lot easier getting into the rear part of the truck. I saw that Ford came out with a version of this, kind of one of those things. The other manufacturers love to copy what we're doing, but you can see that I can get into the bed of this truck really easily now, and just have that multi-function part of the vehicle that a lot of people don't think about until they actually try to get into the bed of their truck and they're leaning over their tailgate and can't get all the way in. But just a great truck, great riding truck. It's one of those things, I say this all the time, but you gotta drive it to really know how wonderful these trucks are on the road. They're better riding than most luxury SUVs like the Cadillac Escalade, the Lincoln Navigator. I mean, these vehicles are great. Trust me, I think they're wonderful in their own right. But when you get into one of these Rams and you drive it for the first time, you're like, man, is this really a truck? Am I in a luxury SUV? Or what did they do? What kind of black magic did they make happen here where these trucks can ride so smooth and still be so capable? Because I mean, you can tow up to 9,000, almost 10,000 pounds with this truck. It's got a payload of close to 1,300 pounds. It's a very capable vehicle, and a lot of people have got this kind of built in their mind that inline turbo, it's a new technology. I'm not ready to jump into something that hasn't had any proving grounds. Well, look, we've put it in our Wagoneer for the past 3 years, almost 4 years now, and I've had good success with them. Now, not to say there aren't little things that you might hear about, that people having issues with this and that. That can be any vehicle, but in general, with my customers' response, it's not been the engine and transmission that's been an issue. and I've had good luck with the powertrain part of those vehicles. The first few Wagoneers I sold did have some electronic issues, and I'll be honest with you, anything that comes out new with new technology, you tend to deal with little quirks, and so you can kind of expect that stuff. But overall, I've had really good luck with these two. In the first year that we've had them, basically been a whole year since the 25s were released to us. And one thing I can say without a doubt is that the ride is unmatched. I don't care if you got a Hemi truck. If you take this on the road, this absolutely rides better, is quicker, has a more smooth power delivery, and of course is quieter, you know, which some people look at as a bad thing in a truck. They want to hear that dual exhaust rumble, and I get it. Look, I mean, I've had V8s in my trucks for the last 9 years, and I love a V8. I'm not going to pretend like I don't love our V8s, but you really got to look at the pros and cons and what all you get in response to all the changes that happen. You do get better fuel economy in the standard output. You get a ton more power in the high output. So it's just some things to consider when you're looking at trucks. What's important to you? The great thing is in 2026, we're going to have even more options. We're going to have the V6 Pentastar. We're going to have the standard output Hurricane. We're going to have the high output Hurricane, and we're going to have the Hemi. So we're just going to have the best truck lineup that is out there for the American-made brand, and really any full-size pickup. If you ask me, Ram is the truck to be looking at. And if you have any questions, you're in Greenville, you want to take one for a drive and feel how smooth and great these trucks are on the road, let me know. Again, it's Bobby, East Carolina, Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Greenville, North Carolina. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.